Hello, please state your name and residence.
My name is Connor Walsh, and I live in the state of Massachusetts.
Have you heard of the recent events and dealings with France?
Yes, I heard that Thomas Jefferson just signed an agreement with France to purchase the Midwest known as Louisiana.
What are your views on this purchase of land?
I think it's pretty worthless. Coming from Massachusetts, the Midwest doesn't really affect me. We have enough land already, and more land will only cause harder governing.
Why do you think more land will make it harder to govern?
Well, with the Spanish right on the border of this new gained territory, there will most likely be conflicts on the borders and arguments between us and the Spanish.
How do you think this will affect your taxes, since this transaction is about $15 million?
Even though I don't live anywhere near Louisiana and it has no impact on me, I feel like we will get taxed more in the same way the British taxed us.
What do you think this tax will do for the economy?
I feel that the economy is going to be the same, but the average person is going to have to pay more money so we can get out of this debt.
Do you think that a treaty with France will help this country's growth and prosperity?
Yes, more treaties will help us since we are a new country and we are very vulnerable to other countries.
During the Revolutionary War, which battles did you fight in?
I fought in the Battle of Lexington and Concord and the Battle of Bunker Hill.
How do you feel this country has come along since independence from Britain was gained?
We as a country have come a long way, but we still have a ways to go in figuring out how the structure of our government will be.
It was a pleasure having you and hearing your thoughts on the recent events that are taking place.
Thank you.
President Jefferson, we would like to interview you and ask some questions. I am happy to answer your questions. We recently heard the news about the $15 million purchase of the country's newest land. Would you tell us more about it? The new land we have acquired is roughly 828,000 square miles of land and mainly includes land west of the Mississippi River. How will this deal affect the country in the future and moving forward? Our purchase of the Louisiana Territory will be essential and efficient towards the growth of this country and will contribute to the gain in power and success for the future. What accomplishments will the country achieve from this significant land gain? There will be many accomplishments that we are looking forward to, including a better economy and more trade due to the gain of the Gulf of Mexico. What do the civilians and people of this country think of the Louisiana Purchase? Some civilians believe that this will be a good thing for the country, while others believe it will be harder to maintain and govern. What was the reason for Napoleon offering the land to the U.S.? Napoleon decided to sell the land due to the money he needed to fight and go to war over in Europe. Thank you for your time, President Jefferson, and agreeing to an interview. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Napoleon. I have a few questions for you today regarding the Louisiana Purchase. Hello, I will answer what I can. What do you plan to do with the money you were paid for the land? I sold this land because we need the money to fund wars of conquest in Europe. If you kept this land, what would you use it for? If this land was still in our possession, the French would rule the Mississippi River and have access to the Gulf of Mexico. The money is more important for our country than the land at this time. How did France acquire this land? We got this land when we signed a treaty with Spain returning the land to us. Why would you sell this land to America knowing how much they will grow and benefit from it? This money will allow us to take over more land in different parts of the world, and that is the plan at this point. Would you say you are eager to sell this land? Not eager, but we are willing to. If America was to take over this land instead of buying it, what would have happened? Our troops are tied up in Europe as of now, But that is not a focus. The land was sold and not conquered by America. Why do you think Thomas Jefferson wanted to buy this land? Thomas Jefferson believed we were going to close their ports of trade, which would have had a big impact on their economy. This land is America's now, and there is no further questions.